Well, year in, year out, we get new players coming into Albirex. They are a satellite club after all, because there is Albirex in Japan. But this man, he's the longest serving player in Albirex. It's Atsushi Shimono in midfield, a man to watch.
Yeah, his hair's grown a bit in the last 4 years. He didn't used to have hair like that. Great little player though, I do like him. I like the way that he plays. Yamakashi, the striker, has got 7 goals so far this season. 7 goals, yeah. And he knows where the back of the net is. The one beautiful thing about this side is they get support. Kamimura as well, from the middle of the park, comes forward and can score goals as well. They share the goals around the team, unlike Home United, where they rely on certain players to score their goals. With Albirex, goals come from everywhere. Even one of the centre-halves has scored 5 goals, so that tells you something.
All right, let's talk about Home United now. They are a very temperamental side. They showed some consistency in the middle of the season, but they've drawn 1, lost 1, won 1 in their last 3 S-League games. What are we going to see tonight?
I've got no idea. I mean, we've got a rough idea of what the team is, and I've spoken to a couple of players as they were coming up the tunnel and asking them if what the rumours I'd heard were right, and it looks that way. I don't understand Mezrezwan playing at right back. He's been a great striker, he's quick, he's got pace, he knows where the back of the net is. Indra's not starting. Shijayi could be playing right back, he could be playing left back, he could be playing left wing. No one knows what's happening there.
Is it a matter of a lack of depth in the squad?
No, I think they've got the quality, there's no question about that. I think that tactically, I think he gets it wrongly. There are times when he does get it right, let's give him a little bit of credit, because he does pick up some big results when it's needed. But other times, I look at the team sheet, you never know what you're going to get. For me, the incident with John Wilkinson isn't helping the situation. I think that has unrest written all over it throughout the whole of the dressing room. That needs to be pushed to one side, and Lee needs to get all of his troops tonight and say, look, big game today. This can define not only Home United's season, but the S-League this year. Because if Albirex win, they go 4 points clear, and then it will be between them and Tampines, and everybody else is playing catch-up. Home United, you can literally write off if they do not pick up 3 points tonight.
Well, maybe that's part of the tactics. Let's just surprise our opponents. You know, they won't know what to expect. But let's take a look at Home United's men to watch, and let's start with this guy. 17 goals. 17. Oh my goodness.
You can't say any more, can you? I mean, you know, he's played well. He's one of the best paid players in the S-League. Knows where the back of the net is. He's tried and trusted, so you can't argue with it at the back. I'm not too sure on Anzite. He makes too many little errors for me, and that's been one of the biggest problems for Home United this year, is their defence. They've conceded far too many goals. Chile, you never know what you're going to get from him. He is an absolute quality player. There's no question about that. But for me, his consistency is what lets him and the side down. But when you consider that the 3 strikers between them have scored 32 of the 36 goals that Home United have scored, there is a massive, massive over-reliance on the front 3. And that's a big problem, particularly on the run-in if one of them gets injured.
Welcome back to the Jalan Besar Stadium. Albirex Niigata up against Home United. Now, Home are starting with 3 strikers. That sends a very clear message, doesn't it, that they want to win. But Albirex haven't conceded a league goal since June 17th. As Paul Macefield said earlier, it's going to be interesting. Your commentators tonight, Des Corkill and Paul Macefield.
Yes, thanks very much, Colette, as the teams come out to the strains of the AFC anthem. It is top of the table, Albirex Niigata against Home United. Which Home United are we going to see? The team who can put 7 past Geylang on 2 occasions, or the team who can frustrate on occasions? I think we know from Albirex Niigata we'll get a team who will try to play neat and tidy football and will try and pass the ball around. Home United, they've got big goal scorers in Ihata, who's got 9, Mendy, who's got 17, and Chu Lee, who's got 6. Both teams know where the back of the net is. This is first versus fourth, and as good as you're likely to get in the Great Eastern Yos S-League. Paul has now joined me from the studio in the commentary box, and Paul, let's talk about Albirex first. We've admired them over the years in S-League. They play football the right way.
They do, and they have done for a long time. I mean, they are obviously the baby club, as it were, of their bigger brother over in Japan. It's an opportunity for the younger players to come and experience a different culture, a different level, a different style, and it is professional. So 1 or 2 will come through the system, go back and perform in the J-League, but no, they've impressed this year, no question about it.
Match official Sukhbir Singh is the man in the middle. Andrew Key is one of the assistant referees as Surendranath, and Ahmad Akasha is the 4th official. As for Home United, I was fascinated to listen to your pre-match comments about you don't know what to expect from them. Surely we do. They score goals. That's what they do.
Yeah, but they're also letting them in as well. They've conceded 23, so you wouldn't expect that from Home United. Not with Lionel Lewis in there. I mean, they've got the big lad at the back as well. You know, there are players in there that they shouldn't be conceding that amount of goals. They've never done that before. It's all right scoring, but you've got to stop them going in at the other end. That's why they're sitting where they are at the moment. 32 goals out of the 36 that they've scored have come from the front three. That's it.
Let's look at the Albirex team, and it's pretty familiar for those who've been watching the S-League throughout the season. The back four, Ichikawa, Kawakami, Yamashita and Ito, pretty settled. Hotta and Shimono will be the two central midfielders. But up front, they've got Yamakoshi, who's a very decent striker for them.
Yeah, 7 goals, can hold the ball up, bring others into play as well. Just watch out, though, for Shimono and Hotta coming forwards, breaking in. And the pace out wide with Sato and Kamimura. They do like to get forwards.
As for Home United, well, to back up your point, you've said Masrezwan may well be playing down the right-hand side. I can't believe he'll be playing him as a routine right-back. Surely this must be a 3-4-3 formation with these players.
Well, you never know what you're going to get with Home United. That's the thing. If Masrezwan does play there, and you have a look now, Anzite, who's a centre-half playing right wing. I'm sorry, but I'm not having it. He's a centre-half, play him at the back. He's obviously no good because he's playing him out on the wing.
I must say, these are predictions from us on where the teams will line up. The first 5 minutes, we'll have a close look to see how accurate our predictions will be. Albirex, as usual, bring their fans. They've got the supporters club.
Masrezwan's set up at left back.
We'll keep an eye on that. Mendy, as Home United in the white, get us underway. And Zite playing left midfield.
I'm sorry, the coach needs to be looked at here. You're going out with a team against a good footballing team. You need to play your best players in the best possible positions. It doesn't work for me. Masrezwan, left back. That says it all for me.
Shijayi will orchestrate the free kick opportunity. The long-haired Shimono just retreats, so Shijayi's got plenty to aim for. Ihata was with the blonde hair far post. It struck just wide. My word, he caught that one absolutely beautifully.
Well, we said you never know what you're going to get from Chuli, do you? He's got bags and tons of ability, can ghost past people, great awareness, great quality, a great strike there as well. But the only thing is just the consistency levels for me is what lets his game down as a person.
Okay, so the goal kick from Ito. Sofyan loses it in the air. Clever from Okayama. Playing on the right side is Norazli Yusuf, looks like anyway, right back.
It looks as though he's gone with a 3 actually. Rosman, Kenjiarai and Sofyan are the 3 there, with Masrezwan as a sort of a left back or a left wing back, and Rosman with a right wing back.
There is Rosman with the challenge. Kamimura wins the corner kick for Albirex.
That was Norazli, I meant on that right wing hand, right flank.
Now Albirex are pretty potent when it comes to set plays. Both centre-backs are in the goals. Yamashita's got 4 this season. Kawakami's got 2, and both are lumbering up for this first corner of the first half. Lionel Lewis, normally pretty dominant when it's floated into the penalty area. Sato to curl it in. Okayama just caught by Anzite. Shimono hoists it in, the flag's up, and Lionel Lewis picked it up anyway. Quizzical look from Paul Macefield.
I'd like to see that one again. That's a good play there. The angles got changed and the direction. The longer ball came in, the knock back across. Let's have a look. Ooh, almost. We almost got it. I'm not 100% sure that was offside.
Here's Mendy. Gets away from his man, looking for support. It was there from Ihata. but Mendy, first with Etoile and latterly with Home United, has been a real addition to the Home United team.
Not enough bodies getting forwards quickly enough there from Home United. There were 6 players stuck back, just letting the other 4 get on with it. You need to bust the gut. That's what John Wilkinson gives you in this Home United side. He breaks forwards and gives you more bodies in the box. They're just lacking that at the moment. Be interesting corner from them though.
And Zite and Mendy. And Kenjiara available, and it was Ihata who got there ahead of goalkeeper Ito.
Sorry, that's got to go in the back of the net. That's a free header in front of the goalkeeper. Ihata knows it as well. Did well, attacked it straight off the training ground. Good set play, but just the finish, not there.
So Ito.
Yesterday I don't know.
And Zite is a physical presence, loses out there though. Sofian and Anzite getting in each other's way. Referee plays on, Anzite is on the floor. Kamimura. Kamimura again, and there was a little sneaky trip on the edge of the penalty area there.
That's a yellow card then, because that's off the ball. That's malice, that's intent. No question about that. It's a great run as well. Okayama just getting in behind. Great little run in behind that defender, and I think it was Noah Asley knew that he wasn't going to get there and just clipped him, and he's very lucky not to go into the book there. Very, very lucky.
They play nice little triangles. Oh, and they played it early. Cleared by Sofian. Quick thinking. That's what Albirex bring. Always thinking, always alert.
Tried to catch Home United on the hop there. As you can see, no one really in the box, just the one striker. That's tough. If there was another body in there and one getting in front of the goalkeeper and going to the near post, that ball would have worked. But it's another set play for them. They are keeping the pressure on, it has to be said.
Cleared uncomfortably. Finally blocked. Ichikawa just lets it run out. They look pretty solid from set plays to Albirex.
It's all about quality of delivery into the box. They've got the bodies in there, they've got the height, they've got the goals. You mentioned it earlier, Des, but it's just now the quality of delivery into the box.
Ichikawa's throw. Shujayi just slows it down. Rosman to Ihata. That's sloppy. Picked up by Yamakoshi. Looking for Dayglow support. Sato. Okayama. Ito. Sato again. It's nice football. Again, the cross is cleared by Sofian, but Albirex are bossing possession. Sato. Chuli muscles in.
There was no option there but to try and pull that ball back because there weren't enough orange shirts getting into the box and desperate to get in front of Lionel Lewis in goal. But again, good play, you have to say, from Albirex.
Shujayi tries to release Mendy. Good calm play from Kawakami, 25-year-old centre-back.
Well, you can see there just the long ball forwards, and that's what Home have been doing this year. They've been trying to play to the strengths of Mendy, but he can't do it all on his own.
Ichikawa. There's almost a DNA in Japanese teams now of playing it to feet, keeping it on the floor. Sato. Wasn't quite meant to be like that, but it's effective.
Got away with it though, didn't he?
Overlapping is Ito. Kamimura. Ito available. Attacks the penalty area. Ito pulls it back. Oh, it's sliced. That was a chance, Yamakoshi.
Yeah, he wished he had a left foot. He's tried to hit that with the outside of his right, and it's just gone nowhere. But again, really good play from the orange side, Albrechts. The passing, the movement, looking very, very good. And it's testament that Ihata from Home United was having a track all the way back there into his own corner.
Sato again. Okayama. Shimono, Sato. Neat little triangle.
This is a training ground exercise for them. They're doing ever so well, just keeping the ball.
Franklin Anzite steps in. They win it back. No way forward, so they come backwards to make it forward progression. Hotta.
They haven't touched the ball for 2 minutes, Home United.
Sato. Ichikawa. Finally, Franklin Anzite tries to set Mendy off. They can play row Z as well. Yamashita decides no need to be fancy. 26-year-old centre-back. The two centre-backs, Kawakami and Yamashita, they're important. If you're a passing team, you need your centre-backs to be solid.
Listen, that's just as good as your striker scoring your 10 goals a season. No nonsense defending, keep it tight, don't concede goals. They've only conceded 16 this season.
Mendy looks for Ihata. Ihata shields them. Oh, just tries to lay it off to Mendy.
Is it familiar though? Long ball in. Ihata, the flick on from Mendy. The little layoff from Ihata.
Rosman Sulaiman concedes the throw-in. Here's the ball in though, Paul. Well, nah. One or two gremlins in our EVS. We'll try and sort it out. Great run. Good block from Sofian. Edge of the box is Okayama. Kamimura to Okayama. Abdul Hamid Sofian slides it out of play.
It's all hands on deck though, isn't it, for Home United? They're having to defend, they're dropping off, they're allowing too much time and space to Albrechts, that's the problem. It's a great ball in.
Mazezron defends. Norazli. Ichikawa. And Franklin Anzite knocks the ball back to Lionel Lewis.
He's supposed to be playing in midfield, but did you see where he went? That's where his comfort zone is, in the centre of defence. That tells you something.
Here is Franklin Anzite. Physical presence in the centre of midfield may well be the rationale. Ihata. Shijayi. Ihata, good footwork. Oh, just tried to go on. One touch too many.
Yes, but we can see from our commentary position how many white shirts are there in support, how many are making runs, how many want the ball. They leave it to that front three. Don't get me wrong, they're fantastic when they get forwards, those three, because they score all the goals. But they need other runners, they need people stretching this Albrechts defence. There's no one making any runs, and they're relying on these individuals to score goals. And that is criminal, because you do need a pattern and you need to know what the whole team is doing. You need these runners coming forwards to drag people around.
Anzite beaten to the ball by Yamakoshi. The centre forward working hard. Shimono to Hotta. Ball a pretty football. They've not really tested Lionel Lewis as yet.
But they're wearing down the defence and the midfield because they're working the ball ever so well.
Ito. Masezron clears.
A little bit unsure with that header because he's playing on the left-hand side. If he's on the right-hand side, he heads it down the line. It's a total different position, left and right.
So like you, I've never seen him play in a defensive position in all my years watching the Great Eastern Euros S League.
I just don't get it. That's what I'm saying, Des.
It's left for Sato. Sofian in through the back, Shimono. Shimono once again. Potter. Kamimura looking for support, he's found it. Ito. They do get the fullbacks forward in support, and again it's a long spell of possession for the orange shirts of Albirex Niigata. Well into double figures with the passing.
Nearly triple figures, I think. They're just passing it around. That's okay. Home United are doing well here. They're letting them have the ball in areas that they can see. So as long as you're playing in front as a Home United defender, you're going to be happy because they're not running in behind you. You can see the ball, you can see your man. So this is good shape. This is better shape from Home United. This is good. That's the problem where the ball goes in behind now.
Here's Yamakoshi. Orange shirts in support. Yamakoshi again, onside. Ihata. That's well played from Sato. Space. Yamakoshi. Shimono. Switches it. Ichikawa. Corner kick.
I think they're taking just a little bit too long. There's the opportunity there. Okayama, it opened up for him to at least strike one down on goal. And you just get the sense and the feeling that maybe they're trying to pass it into the back of the net and walk it in. That could be a problem because, again, Home always have that outlet, that longer ball into Mendy with the support for Chuli and Ihata. The three of them can cause problems. So they've got to try and put one of these in the back of the net and make this pressure count.
Every Home United player is back defending. Every white shirt in their own penalty area. Sato will take the corner. It's the third of the match for Albirex. It's cleared, but will be picked up by Ito. And Zite attacks it. Masejron does well. Kenji Arai looks for Masejron.
Difference between the centre halves. Kenji Arai should have put his foot through that to relieve a little bit of pressure and squeeze up the field of play. Just tries to be a little bit too clever there. Masejron had to make too much of an angle to get that return pass. Whereas you know what would have happened had it have been an Albirex defender. They would have turned them the other way.
Akiyama. Sato loses out. Shijayi eventually gets it clear. Chuli gives possession away. Second chance for Chuli. Mendy will chase. Big, powerful presence of Frederic Mendy. The Frenchman eventually gets the free kick. I think that's fair enough. It happened.
No, it's not. They're both at it. They're both at it. That was a clash of heads, Des. That's nothing. And he's gone to ground there now, and that's a wrong decision, that. Someone getting a little ticking off down there on the bench. Let's have a look. Look, they've both gone for it. Look, it's a clash of heads. You tell me where the foul is. He's turned and he's just fell over himself.
Well, he's deemed that a foul.
Well, what's a foul about that?
Well, he's caught him.
He's never touched him. Look at the replay. He didn't touch him. Bad decision.
Tell us what you think. Twitter, #SLeague. We would like to hear your comments. Shijayi curls it in, looks for Mendy! Oh, that was so close to an opener.
What a brilliant ball in, though, from Shijayi. Absolute quality there. Mendy making the run to that near post, getting across his man. He'll be a little bit disappointed that he didn't at least hit the target there. As you can see, he's just flicked it goal bound. The keeper in no man's land. Great ball, great run, great little flick. It was just a little bit too high for them. That was better from Home United.
The Albirex cheerleaders entertained us before the start of the game. Had a 3-year-old entertaining us as well. It wasn't quite in rhythm with the rest.
I think that's the first real opportunity that we've had in this game, isn't it, Des?
The header from the corner,
yep,
from Ihata as well.
No, yeah, the two that, yep. So Home United that have had the better chances. No surprise it's come to their strikers.
Here's Sato. Ishikawa overlapping. Yamakoshi short. Shimono.
ball.
Sato. That's loose from Shimono.
Good ball, bad ball. Again, Albrecht's just overplaying a little bit here. If you can be critical of them, that's what you would say.
A reinvention of Mazrezwan Mastori as a left back.
I heard he's playing in goal next week.
Isn't it the old adage, though? I'll play anywhere so long as I'm in the team.
Yeah, but you still want to be playing at your best position where you feel you can give 100%. Jeremy Chang on the bench, who can play full-back. Mind you, I remember doing a game earlier on in the season and he got bought off after 16 minutes. And he went and put Shi Jae at right back, who's one of the best midfield players in Singapore. Go figure. Each coach has their own philosophy and ideas. That's the beauty of the game. The game is about opinions and everybody's opinions are different. It'd be great to hear some tweets and see what people out there think as well, wouldn't it?
Shi Jae looks for Ihata. That's a rare poor pass from Shi Jae. He saw the pass was on, though. Clearly Albirex dominating the game, says HRS underscore HSM. Very difficult to disagree with that one, Paul.
No, absolutely they are. They're keeping the ball. That's all you've got to do. If you've got the ball, the opposition can't score.
What kind of a Twitter name was that, anyway?
I'm sure it's better than ones we've come up with, Des, because we're a little bit older than this new generation.
Goalless after 20 minutes. But Barcelona-esque from Albirex in the way they're keeping the ball. Maybe not quite with the pace.
Or the penetration in behind.
Or Messi. That's a free kick, though.
That was Messi.
Oh, hey. So what you did then?
Norazli just a little bit too keen to try and win it back.
Shimono. The run's been made by Ito. Ihata did track him. He was off camera. The left back made a great run.
No, he's got to play it, Des. He's got to turn that defence. This is the problem again. It's all in front of Home United, and Home United are quite comfortable like that.
Chuli.
What a great ball. What a great ball.
Mendy didn't really give it his all in chasing it, did he?
I don't think Mendy thought he was going to get there, and it held up on that pitch. I tell you, that's the skill that Chu Lee has, though, where he's checked, he's sold the man, he's stepped inside, and he's seen that 50-yard pass. Not a million miles away. That's the quality that that boy does have.
Chu Lee will be an important part of Raddy's thoughts for the Suzuki Cup later on this year. Okayama finds Ito.
Now, because of the lack of penetration from Albirex, it's getting a bit too samey. They need to mix it up. They either need to throw a few long balls in or just drop some over the top and go and squeeze. There you go, that's exactly what they've done. And that's good. Now they can go and just push in there, squeeze in, win the knockdown again, pass, and then try and turn them. You've got to mix it up, Des. You can't just play football on 5-yard passes for 45 minutes. You'll go nowhere if you're playing in front. You've got to look to get in behind players. That's what they... To be fair, that's their one weakness this year, has been the runners in behind people. They've tried to be too precise and too intricate at times. Great to watch them pass the ball around, but the end product needs to be at a higher level.
Albirex top of the table with 11 wins from their 17 matches. Just 3 defeats, as you say, 16 goals conceded. Only Tampines and Hari Mahmood have conceded less. Chuli, Norazli. Rosman. Ito comes a long way. Yamakoshi and Kenji Arai clash. It's been given to Albirex.
That's the wrong decision because the linesman waited for the referee. At least the referee's made the call. But the linesman has got to be positive. He's standing 5 yards closer than the referee. Got to make a decision.
Sukhbir Singh, the man in the middle. Yamakoshi. Ichikawa. A little bit aimless and easy for Osman.
See what he was trying there though, Des, because there was a player right on that far side, Kamimura, who was unmarked. He just didn't get enough on that. That's where they're getting the space, over and right in these flank areas, because it does look as though it's a 3 with, if it comes down the left, Mesrezwan dropping in as a left back. If it goes down the right, it's Nur Azli dropping in as the right back. There, look at the space. That's what I'm telling you. That's where the holes are.
Kamimura. That's comfortable for Lionel Lewis. It's the first shot in anger from Albirex after 24.5 minutes of possession.
They've had opportunities to pull the trigger earlier than that. That was a poor shot in the end, but at least they're having a go. You know the old adage, you don't buy a ticket.
Ichikawa, an unorthodox challenge. Mesrezwan. Well, in his clearance, he's caught his man.
Deliberately.
You reckon?
Yeah, just his touch got away from him there. That was a little bit of frustration. So he hand up and apologises from, we can see from our position here. Just catches him, no question about that.
Sato recovered and up. This is Hopper. Oh, break. Shijayi, he's got Mendy to his left. Shijayi might fancy it. Sometimes the ball just sticks under your feet on this surface.
Yeah, it does, but Mendy's up there and he's moaning and complaining. Yet Shijayi had opened that all up for himself. Should really have done better, no question about that. You can see here, Mendy's out to the left, but there are bodies there in the way. And to be fair, the defenders have shown him that way, and there's no way he could play a reverse pass there.
Here's Kamimura.
Get him behind, get the crossing.
Ito. He's got Yamakoshi in the penalty area. Kamimura short. Ito is... Well, the foul's gone against the Albirex player. And there's a little bit of nonsense involving Lionel.
Foul. They're both at it again. The run's been made in behind. See, coming together there just after.
That was a good burst down the left-hand side. Kamimura's little pass inside. I think that's Ito. Indeed it is.
Where's the foul there?
And then Ito and Lionel Lewis have a little bit of a contretemps.
No, that's a coming together, and Lionel's wrong there. Lionel's lashed out. They're both... He's got every right to go for that ball, and he slid in. His momentum took him in there, Ito. And, you know, Lionel's just had a little flick out with the legs. They're all right. A little word from the referee, and there you go. They're both okay. Best of buddies. Give me a fist, man.
Respective coaches, Sukiyama, always encouraging. Neelim Sengh, always prowling on his touchline. It is a very different approach.
Saw him have a go at one of his players there. Not tucking in because that little reverse pass in. That's what we said, get the ball in behind, ask questions. Defenders don't like to be facing their own goal. You turn a defender, you've got a chance to score.
Ito. Kamimura inside of him. Here is Kamimura. Sato available wide. Ishikawa's made the overlap. Okayama. Ball in from Okayama. Lionel's off his line quickly.
That was so frustrating though, Des. I think you saw me there. The play was to put it in front of the runner. Ichikawa's come up from the back and he's played it level or behind him. It needs to go into the channel so he can come on and deliver first time. There's those little intricate balls in behind. Fair play to Home United. They're keeping their line, they're keeping it steady, and Lionel has to be on his toes, which he was.
At the other end, Mendy is onside. Ihata in the penalty area. Chuli joins him now. Put out for a corner kick by Takeshi Ito. What adjective would you use to describe this opening 29 minutes?
What's an adjective? I would say cagey, particularly from Albrechts.
Shijayi with the corner. And Zite's in the penalty area. So was Mendy, he was chasing it. Shijayi might get a second chance. Norazli finds the Singapore international. Great ball from Shijayi. He's got terrific quality when out wide.
Yeah, as we know about that. We've known all along, haven't we? That's the thing. You know what you're going to get from him. He's got the quality, he's got the ability to be able to do things, so no wonder he is one of the best midfielders in the country.
Oh, great take. Kamimura. Shimono. Kawakami. Shimono again.
Good ball.
Kamimura.
That's where he's got to be direct and go down the line. They check back, and that's where the impetus is lost.
Kamimura again. Sato in front of him. Kamimura carries on his merry way until Franklin Anzite does what a centre-back does. Wins the ball.
Dropping deeper and deeper, isn't he? And the referee's going to have him in a minute because his strappings are coming undone. Either that or he's learning to become a Morris dancer.
Ito, Kamimura. Ishikawa available to the wide right. Yamakoshi goes for goal.
As I said, I mean, they may have scored 28 goals this season, but for me, the one thing that they have lacked throughout the year is just that final third. I think they've run out of ideas because they overplay. It gets a little bit too tight and a little bit too condensed. They have to shoot from range, and when you're shooting like that, you might as well just give the ball back to the opposition. There's no point. They haven't scored that many goals from outside the box this year.
Played just over half an hour at Jalan Besar. Remains goalless between league-leading Albirex Niigata and championship-chasing Home United. Great Eastern Yos S League 2012. Very often, this league goes down to the very, very last day of the season. It did last year.
Oh, I tell you what, that's a penalty.
He's given it on the edge of the penalty area.
That's a bad decision. He's inside the box there. Contact is made inside the box there.
It's Kenji Arai who's made the rash challenge, unlike Kenji.
Inside the box. That's a nailed-on penalty. The referee's bottled that. He has, look, both feet inside the box, bang, straight through the back of him. He's given the free kick, so you can't say if it's anywhere else on the pitch he'd give it, because he's given it. Bad decision. You can't disagree with that.
Free kick for Albirex. Okayama has got plenty of orange shirts in the penalty area. Oh, it's flicked on and just wide. Was it Yamashita who got the final touch? Or Ichikawa? Ichikawa is what our camera's focusing on. It's a great ball in, Paul.
It is, and that's a corner. That's quality defending. Look at this, just the faintest of touches to take it away from Yamashita. Good defending from Home.
So a penalty they weren't awarded and a corner they weren't awarded. Things not quite going the way for Albirex Niigata. Ihata. Mendy causes problems. Such a big, gangly character. Very effective.
Good player as well, Des, to be fair.
And Zite looks for Ihata. Ihata's flick. Mendy!
Takuma Ito's bottled that, let me tell you, because he saw it was Mendy. The It's a goal kick. Mendy should have scored there. Mendy at least showed a little bit of bravery, went in there, but Ito in goal. You watch this. It's a nice ball from Zite just to hold it up. There's the knock on, but you can see the keeper just hesitate. But as a goalkeeper, look, oh, shall I, oh, no, oh. You've got to come through the whole lot as a keeper, you know that. You have to be strong, you have to command that 6-yard box. They're lucky to get away with that. But there's that again from Home United, we see. That long ball forwards, nobody challenging Ihata. Ihata wins the first one, Mendy with the second one, and all of a sudden it should have been a goal.
So the 3 best chances of the half have gone the way of Home United. But Albirex were denied what looked to be a good penalty. Elim Seng again prowling the touchline. Kenji Arai, Japanese, looks for the other Japanese, Ihata, and there's contact and a free kick goes the way of Home United. It was an elbow from Takeshi Ito. Just caught Ihata. And he's led with the arm. There's no real swing on the arm, so I think referee Sukhbir Singh's got that one right. It's a free kick and nothing more. Not that it'll make Shatara Ihata feel any happier with life, but it's a free kick, and Chuli can hit them, Shijayi can bend them.
Well, they've both gone close with strikes earlier on, haven't they? Shijayi has also put in a real quality ball into the box. Chuli was about a yard or so wide. Ito had that covered, knew where his angles were.
Goalkeeper positioned in the centre of his goal. Ihata looking for any seconds. Chuli, 16, strikes it off the top of the wall. Corner kick to Home United.
And ball did its job there then. It's exactly what it's in there for.
Shijayi. Corner again, conceded by Yamashita.
Yamashita there just attacking the ball. Mendy the intended target. Oh, just down in front of us. Coach Lee urging them to get forwards.
Strong header away by Yamakoshi. Centre forward defending well in his own half. There's a clash of heads there. I think both players up safely. Shijayi, third time. Mendy attacks it, great header. Good secondary defending as well. They didn't win the first ball, but Albirex won the second.
Take nothing away from that header from Yamashita at the far post under pressure from both Ihata and Mendy. It was a big, big, important header to win, that was.
Throwing goes the way of Shimono and Albirex as Franklin Anzite has a whinge and a moan at the referee. Frederick Mendy, Paul, he's scored 17 goals this year. He's a real potent threat and has been a terrific addition to the S-League. But are Home United using him properly?
Yes and no. It's the support cast, it's the way that they go and support him. I think that's what's lacking. Mendy likes to have the ball into feet as well. He likes to lay it off, and then he likes to bend his runs into the box from wide balls and balls thrown in that way. I think he could score twice as many goals. I really do. We've seen the likes of Djuric do it in the past, score all those goals. Edgar, Emar Gonçalves, he's done exactly the same, you know, just to name a few. They get the ball, they don't mind running in behind, they don't mind holding it up, but they give it wide, they spin and then get into the box. And you have a look here, everything's a bit too direct from home. Long ball forwards, let's try and win the flick on, and then we play from there.
Neat play from Yamashita.
It's not like when Steve Darby was in charge of Home United. You knew the pattern and the style of play. Everything went through Perez. It was down on the floor. They passed it around. Egmar was there. He'd join in. Everyone was playing together. It's a little bit disjointed for me.
Wakayama. Ito looks for the feet of Kamimura.
When I see that, I think that one. Go and take two goals. Now it's
It's 4-2-3-1, Paul. Most teams play it. Albirex are playing it, but what are you expecting of the wide forward players? Because what I'm seeing is plenty of possession, but very little penetration. What should they be doing?
Well, they're not forward wide players, they're midfield players. That's the problem. They're too defence minded, defending and thinking about midfield duties first rather than getting forwards in support. That's why if you have a look at home just play with the three up front. That's it, and they just push on, and that's it. Albirex, they pass it around and they keep it, so the shape looks good. But again, you've got to get these people running in behind defenders. I know I keep saying it, but it's so important. You don't do that. You do what you. This is what happens. You keep the ball, you look great, you don't concede a goal.
Yamakoshi on his own. So he tries the shot. There was only one player in support. It's going to be spectacular to score from there, Yamakoshi.
Particularly at that angle against line-up. Coach Lee going bananas again down on the touchline in front of us. Head in hand at the moment, not happy at all about something there.
And there's the other coach, Sugiyama, far more circumspect. There's another S-League game going on at the moment. Balestia Kalsa taking on Geylang United. Geylang, the runners-up in the Starhub League Cup, goalless, approaching half-time. Shijayi, good skill. That's Rezwan. Chuli, not really been in the game, Chuli.
Just a bypass midfield, that's why. Here you go, here's another long ball.
Franklin looks for Ihata.
And they're just, let's relieve a little bit of pressure. Let's get to half-time goalless. Albirex will be happy with that. Particularly the way that Home United have been over the past couple of seasons with the quality that they've got.
Home United traditionally come good late on in the season. 7 games to go, though. They need to start that run now. They've got a really tough spell of games coming up. They've got Tampines next week. That's our live telecast. They've also got Harimamouda in 2 weeks' time.
It's interesting how we're not saying, oh, Home United are going to run away with the league, or SAF are going to run away with it, Tampines. That's how tight it's got now.
It's a good league. People knock it, but it's good standard football. And it's competitive, as ever.
It's got better this season, it has to be said. Just need the fans to come out and support the S-League. You still support your Man United, or in your case, the Liverpool. I know your favourite team's Balestier anyway. Of course.
In quickly was Rosman. Shimono, though, comes away with it for Albirex.
Oh, carry the run on. Ito there could carry his run on. You clip it in the hole and he's in behind the defence. That's where it gets frustrating. Not willing to take that punt to expand the team and to test home. OK, we'll just keep it and we'll pass it around again.
Paul Macefield, former player in the S-League, coach. A-licence?
Many moons ago, Des.
A-licence, so there's no what he's on about.
I've been talking rubbish. He's just trying to clarify me there, or what?
Vouching for you.
Don't need it, Des. Everybody out there can see exactly what we're seeing. It's just having the opportunity to say it as it is, and you know, that's what I always do. I'm not going to hide behind anything.
Anzite, your thoughts on his performance centre midfield?
Yeah, good centre defender.
Shijayi.
He's done nothing. He's just sat in there.
Lionel is not the best with the ball at his feet. Does well there though. Ito in with the header. Kenji Arai finds Mendy. Ihata eventually finds Anzite. Chuli lofts it high for Ihata. Good jump again from Ihata.
Another long ball. Actually, the foundations at this club were built on the likes of Robert Albert, Savaji, Steve Darby. Always got it down and played.
That's history, Paul, isn't it? That's
it
history.
is, but so Spain, what do? Do they just launch it forwards, or do they play football? That's what we expect from home United. There's a tradition. Liverpool still play football. Man United get it down and play. They don't just lump it forwards like a Wimbledon. Not when you can get the quality of players that they've got. That's why they're disappointing.
But if they win here, they're 2 points off the top of the table.
Fair play to them.
Anzite.
They don't look like they're going to win here, though, Des. That's the problem. I'd bet now that they would not win the league this year. Home United will not win the league this year. Said it at the start of the season. I'll still stick with that now.
Albirex have dominated possession. Haven't got an official stat, but I'd reckon it's something 60-40, maybe even more.
Could be fractionally.
But into time added on at the end of the first half, it remains goalless, and the best chances have fallen to Home United. The penalty shout apart.
But you mean the penalty that wasn't given?
Might do.
You can say it, because you can say, yeah, that's what you said, Paul. Don't worry. I know that you're staying impartial.
Ishikawa. Okamura. Okamura, give and go. Lionel does well. Off his line quickly.
Too tight, ran out of space again, you see, Des, when you're playing those little intricate things. And Lionel, again, give a bit of credit to the keeper here. On his toes, bang, comes out right on the button. Sharp as you like. That's what you want from your keeper. Again, Albrecht's just running out of a bit of space.
Here's Mendy. Big, powerful presence. Wants support. You can see from his body language he's wanting more bodies in the penalty area. Ihata's up in support. Chuli's only just getting there now.
Is that not what I've been saying throughout the game, Des?
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
Throw into Home United. Half-time show coming up with Collette and Paul Macefield. Here's Ihata. Might break to Mendy. Ihata! In the end, it was Shijayi. Catches it with the outside of his boot and it goes over. It's the last kick of a 45 minutes in which Albirex Niigata have dominated possession. The best chances have fallen, though, to Home United. Right at the very end, Shijayi flashing one over the top of the bar. Mendy coming close with one header. Albirex all the possession. Albirex with a good penalty shout, but no goals at Jalan Besar. It's goalless. Albirex top of the table. Home United fourth position. And you suspect Home have really got to win this game to remain in realistic championship contention, with their games coming up against Tampines, Harimamooda and DPMM over the next month or so. Okay, right, we can go pit side now, and Dave Roberts is alongside the Albirex Niigata team manager, Ko Muichi.
And a strong 45 minutes. You had a lot of possession, but only one or two half chances.
Really, because Home United is a strong team, we have to keep our defensive shape when we attack, because when they counter attack, it's very dangerous. So we have to make sure that we keep our defensive shape before we attack.
You could have had one penalty. The challenge was inside the area.
No comments about the referee.
Okay, we wish you well for the second half.
Thank you very much.
A circumspect answer from Ko Tui Mi. At half-time, though, at Jalan Besar, it is goalless. Half-time analysis coming up. Half-time though at Jalan Besar. It's Albirex Niigata, the league leaders, 0. Home United, 0.
If possession football was the name of the game, Albirex Niigata would be leading hands down, but it's not. A look at the scoreline would show 0-0. It is 0-0. Albirex have seen a lot of the ball, but they've done very, very little with it. I think Dave Roberts said it was very pretty football, or perhaps it was you or Des, a very pretty football, but with hardly any effect.
They've got to start getting in behind Home United, and once they've done that, they've looked quite dangerous. They're passing it round, they're keeping it, yeah, that's great. And then you're asking questions, you work in the midfield. It looks to me as though they're playing that way to try and break Home United down in the last 20 minutes to tire them out. Yeah. Just to tire them out. But again, there's still opportunities to get in behind players, and they're not doing it enough for me. And that's what's been a little bit disappointing from Albrex's point of view.
Yeah, a few unfortunate decisions by the referee that went against Albirex Niigata. I know there was a penalty claim there.
That was nailed on. Let me tell you, Colette, that penalty decision, if you have a look, I think the referee has bottled that, because he is a good yard inside. The referee's right on the spot as well, and his feet are on the ground inside the box. How can you give that as a free kick outside the box? That was beyond me.
Okay, we're going to get some visual evidence of that in just a couple of minutes. Let's take a look at the first half highlights. It was actually Home United who had the better chances in the first half.
Great ball in from Shijayi, but again, it's a long ball in behind, looking for Mendy. Great run from Mendy. Mendy's worked tirelessly again up front. It's very difficult for him and Ahata. The pair of them working their socks off up there. And, you know, Home United are just playing this dull football of let's boot it upfield and let these two try and sort it out. This is the only chance that you've had the opportunity for somebody to run, and that's Shijayi who's broken through from the middle of the park because of a mistake from Albirex Niigata. Everything else from home has been too long. I've never seen this from a Home United side, ever. They always get it down, they always pass it around.
Okay, this is Albirex and one of their forays up front. Lionel Lewis, it's great to have him back between the sticks.
Bang on his toes as well here. You see it's a great little run, and you can see the lad just playing him on that far side. You know, it's a great little bendy run.
Okay, this is the controversial decision here, and it looks to be, you look to be right, because the incident did take place inside the box.
To be right, I know I'm right. You can see it there. You have a look at this angle. It's absolutely nailed on. Look, feet inside the box. Bang, there's the connection. He's given the free kick, and he's giving it on the left-hand side there. It's a poor decision from the official.
And there was a poor decision here as well, because it looked as if the free kick came off a defender.
That one you can say, yeah, okay, there's a little bit of a melee in there. You can't really see who's got the touch. You can forgive that one, but you can't forgive not giving the penalty. Oh, there's another long ball from Home United. Yeah. Let's get the ball forwards as quickly as we can. Let's bypass some of the best midfield players in Singapore, and let's hope that Mendy or Ihata can make something happen, which they do. And this is the problem. They are relying on these two players so much that if one of them gets injured, or they're having an off day, or something happens, they haven't got that cutting edge going forwards then. Again, into the striker, Ihata, the little layoff, Mendy's involved again. It just seems to me that whereas you look at the goals scored for all the other teams, particularly Albrex's goals have been spread out. Home United only rely on those boys getting the ball forwards, getting the knockdowns and scoring those goals.
Well, unfortunately, there's no possession count in this, but it was obvious that Albirex Niigata controlled the possession stat. Otherwise, it's quite equal. Home United did provide a bit more of a threat towards the end of the first half, didn't they?
Only because they're launching it forwards and they're looking for those little knockdowns. For me, I don't understand the formation. Mejeswan playing at left back, you know, and then, you know, you've got on the right hand side, you've got Norazil as well, and he doesn't know whether he's playing right back, wide right, a wing back. And for me, I feel sorry for the young defender. Is it
Sofian. Yeah, because the coach has been having a big go at him.
Xiang is absolutely hammering him, and I can't believe that he's going after him hammer and tongs. He's telling him to go tight. When he goes tight, he's saying you're too tight, drop off. He's mixing the kid up. He needs to let him get on with his game, and this is the problem when you play players in wrong positions. And nobody knows their role in that defence. They can hold a line, that's all easy and that's understandable, there's no problem with that. But they're in foreign territory, they're in foreign lands, they don't know whether to go tight, whether to drop off. And for me, the coach has got it totally wrong.
Okay, the other match at the Topayo Stadium, it's Ballister 0, Geelong United 0. Ballister will not be happy with this at half-time, will they?
Well, considering the run of form that Geelong have been on, getting through to the cup final, they'll be buoyed by all that. Ballister holding on to a draw. Let's see what happens in the second half. But this game needs something. We need Albrecht to get in behind a little bit more, create one or two opportunities, and Home United just get it down and pass it, man. They've got half a dozen of the best players in Singapore, and the ball's spending more time in the air than it is on the floor. That's a joke. That's a joke.
All right, a very passionate Paul Maysfield speaking to us here. All right, just a Twitter reminder, don't forget to add the hashtag #SLeague. Tweet us about anything. What did you think about the controversial penalty non-decision by the referee? Did you think it was a penalty? And tell us what you think Home United should be doing in order to get a goal in front, as well as Albirex Niigata. All you have to do is tweet with the hashtag #SLeague. All right, we're going to go for a quick break, but we'll be back with the second half in just a few minutes. It's Albirex Niigata against Home United.